Wow. All I can say is wow. 3:30 Central Time. I'm starting this at the start of this video. Man, game just ended here in Kansas City. Wow. Chiefs squeaked by the Carolina Panthers 33 to 31. They advanced to 8-1. Still second behind the Steelers, who are playing right now in the AFC. Oh man. Shout out to the Carolina Panthers. That's really all I can say. Like, there's this whole thing about, the blueprint, the game plan to stop the Kansas City Chiefs. And a lot of experts, they say the best game plan is to keep Patrick Mahomes on the sideline. That is what Carolina did today. That's what Carolina did today, especially in the first half. They ran the ball effectively. Christian McCaffrey, they were. I remember I was listening all week about if he was going to play and how he would be used. And Matt Rule They came out and said if he plays, it's going to be all systems go, and it was all systems go for CMC today. And he was doing his thing. He was in his bag. 69 rushing yards, 82 receiving yards. So, over 150. Was that over 150 total yards? Touchdown, receiving touchdown. He was in his bag, man. I mean, that boy was abusing our DBs. He was putting them on their ass, man. Wow. He looks good. He looked good for a guy, who was out for 7 weeks. I'll say that. He looked really good for a guy who was out for 7 weeks. First game since 7 weeks or 6 weeks. I don't know, one of them two. It was week 2 where he had a high ankle sprain, but he came out. He played really well. That was a Christian McCaffrey-esque game right there. They definitely did not hold back with CMC. They definitely gave us the full go, and almost won them in this game. Him and Curtis Samuel, those are two playmakers on that offense. Teddy Bridgewater, wow, man. Was it 310 yards? He had 50 pass attempts, 2 touchdowns, took care of the ball. Had that insane run on fourth and 14. Basically, the game, they needed it, and he went Superman for 3-4 yards in the air. Ben Neiman, you got to make him pay for that. Neiman, you got to make him pay for putting his body out there on the line like that. If he put his body on the line, you got to make him pay for that. You got to make him pay for that one. But, man, he got the first down. He gets the rushing touchdown. Like, bro, that, man, I'm so happy for him. I'm happy for Teddy Two Gloves, as Randy Moss calls him, because he wears 2 gloves, obviously. But, yeah, that was crazy. I mean, we definitely survived that game. They held the ball for 17 more minutes. It was like they had for 38 minutes. We had for 27 minutes. Obviously, they had more rushing yards. Chiefs' rushing game for the second straight week was non-existent. With Edwards-Helaire and Le'Veon Bell. Bell got less time than I thought he would. He didn't play that many snaps. I'm surprised by that. But when you look at the stat sheet, if you look at the stat sheet, you think Carolina dominated this game, and they basically did. It basically took another huge performance out of Patrick Mahomes. Was it 372 passing yards, 4 touchdowns, no picks, 25 touchdowns, only 1 pick on the season through 9 games. That's some MVP shit right now, right there. Especially with Russell Wilson and the Seahawks falling to the Bills with him throwing 2 picks. I mean, obviously, their defense, but yeah, but our defense wasn't that good today either. So yeah, man. I think Mahomes, if he's not second, I think he should be, tied with Russell Wilson now for the lead in the MVP race. I mean, this dude is balling. It's the second straight week, over 350 passing yards. Second straight week with 4 touchdowns, through 5 last week, 4 this week. Uh, Second straight week that Tyreek Hill and Travis Kelce go off. Travis Kelce, whoo, yeah, with 159 receiving yards. I mean, like every time he caught the ball, it was a big play. Almost, it seemed like he had that big play on third down that set up the touchdown pass to Allaire where he caught it. He stiff armed the dude off. Like Kelsey, man, I've been kind of critical because I think some Chiefs fans kind of obviously being Chiefs fans, being homers, they kind of saying that he's by far the best tight end. I mean, I don't know by far. I mean, Kittle is great at what he does. Condolences to him because he's probably gonna miss the rest of the regular season with a broken bone in his foot. But hey, Kelsey did his thing today. I can't lie, man. That man was balling today. I mean, and then Tyreek Hill. First half, Mahomes, Tyreek Hill, man, they couldn't get anything. Couldn't get anything going. I mean, their timing was off. Mahomes was overthrowing, probably the only dude in the NFL that could overthrow Tyreek Hill. But they got it going in the second half. 2 touchdowns again for the second straight week for him. Like I said, the running game was non-existent. They couldn't get any holes open. Mike Rimmers went down. I forgot his first name, but the Durant cat, number 79, had to come in. Still with the Mitchell Schwartz out. I mean, they still finding ways to win. They're still finding ways to win. I thought this was going to be a tough game. I didn't think it was going to be this tough. It was a 10-point cover. I thought they were going to cover. It was like a 12-point cover or earlier in the week, but it was a 10-point cover this game. The offense, like I said, other than the non-existent run game, the passing game carried them again. Like I said, Mahomes with a really great game. Defense, they had a great third quarter. I give them that. They had a great third quarter. They had a great third quarter to where we could get a 2-possession lead. At the point it was 9, and then of course Bucker missed a extra point to make it 10. But they made the adjustments needed in the third quarter. They got big stops in the third quarter. For us to get more than a 2-possession lead, to have them fighting back from behind, the rest of the game. So in the fourth, special teams, Bucker. I don't know what's happened with this guy. Ever since the Charger game where we really blew his head up for hitting those 3 50-plus yard field goals, he has just not been the same guy since he's missed. I think he's missed an extra point or a field goal in each of the last 5 games. He's either missed an extra point or a field goal. Double doink. He Cody Parkey it out here. I hate to see what the Chisel of Dine got to say about that one, but man, wow. These are the type of games that these are the type of games that's going to happen sometime. A team where you should blow them out, but they fight hard. Obviously the Chiefs are Super Bowl champs, so they're going to get everybody's best shot anyway. But big ups to the Carolina Panthers. The future really looks bright with that franchise, and I'm thankful that Teddy Bridgewater is able to get another shot at a team. Even if it's only for 3 years, he probably won't be the quarterback after that. But I'm thankful that he's gotten another opportunity to lead a franchise in this league because I've always felt that Minnesota kind of dropped the ball, they kind of gave up on him. Obviously, yeah, they didn't know if he was going to come back and play again after that horrific knee injury. But I mean, the dude is balling. The dude's doing his thing. He definitely balled out today. Put his body on the line, like I said, with that dive. He really excelled when the Chiefs threw the blitzes at him. When Spags threw those blitzes at him, I mean, he was a veteran quarterback. He's seen it all. Maybe not seen it all, but he definitely benefited from those years in New Orleans with Sean Payton and Drew Brees. Looking picking up blitzes and then uh, picking up the blitzes and then finding uh, the holes in the blitz and his receivers, Anderson, Samuel, McCaffrey. They made plays today for him. They made plays today. They made a lot of plays for him. But fortunately for us, fortunately for Chiefs Kingdom, it wasn't enough. But they played their asses off. Major respect to them. But Chiefs 8-1 going into their bye week. They got a tough stretch coming up after the bye week. I think we had. I forgot the schedule. I think we have a divisional opponent. I forget what it was. Denver. I think it's Denver. Before we get the big two NFC South games with back-to-back games with the Saints and Bucks. So we'll see what happens, man. Andy Reid's always uh, big time after the bye. He rolls out of bed and wins 10 games and wins the game after the bye week. So I mean, a lot to work on. Need to get this running game back. Needs to get the running game back on again. Maybe teams have keyed in on the running game after the game against Buffalo, and after the game against was it Denver? We had a big rushing game, and then of course getting Le'Veon Bell that brings a lot of attention to the running game too. Like I say, I didn't think he got a lot of. I didn't think he got. I didn't believe he was going to get as many as low of a total of snaps. I don't know how many snaps he got, but I didn't. But it was less than I thought he was going to get. I thought it was going to be like a platoon of one drive Edwards-Helaire, one drive Bell thing. But Edwards-Helaire was out there majority of the game. So I mean, maybe Bell's still trying to pick up the offense or something like that. So maybe that's it. But obviously, we're probably going to see a lot of Bell down the stretch in the season and going into the playoffs. So, hey, man, it is what it is. Chiefs get the victory 33-31. Hell, like I said, hell of an effort by Carolina. I mean, I'm coming out this game looking at Carolina more than I'm looking at my own team, So, hey, man, big ups to Carolina, man. Like I said, I'm happy for Teddy B. CMC looking like his old self, probably hit the weight room hard because like he was giving it to our DBs. He wasn't going down at all. But hey, it is what it is. Chiefs get the dub. On to the bye week. Let me know what you thought about the game down below. Leave a like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Check y'all out next time.